Yeah, which of these compositions do you prefer? As you said, Lafel, See You Soon is going to a much simpler draft to execute. And I feel like, with the Yuzhong pick as well, it's a lot easier for them to choose to engage or disengage. And coupled with that, Angela, you kind of have that safety net for you in a sense. So, I don't know, it looks a lot better this game for me.
Personally, I do like See You Soon's draft, but I do have to say, I have a bias with Grok. I love Grok.
5 seconds.
Absolutely, but without further ado, we're gonna be returning to the land of Dawn once again. This is going to be match number 4, game 2. See you soon. Currently 1 game down.
Yep, RSG just needs this one more to close this out 2-0, but on the other hand, See You Soon. This is their make or break. All stakes on the table now. They really need this game point to themselves. Already we see some aggression here. 505 countering in their jungle, trying to disrupt Sensei.
That's actually a pretty interesting movement coming out from Bray there. He didn't actually directly go to his buff. He actually wanted to do vertical jungling and steal the orange away from See You Soon instead. Luckily, Boxy was in position, so it looks like he did read that was a possibility coming out of RSGSG.
I think looking at both teams now, well, it looks like they are trying to aggress now. 505 onto Boxy, putting out some damage.
Into RSGSG versus See You Soon.
So just to refresh everyone's memory, this is See You Soon versus RSGSG game number 2. Now a lot of stakes are on this table because See You Soon needs this to be able to stay, hopefully, in the tournament. Still, RSG already has one in the pocket, and right now See You Soon, they're trying to get right back at RSG. 505 gonna fall as first blood under the safety of his turret. Not so safe, apparently.
No, it's not often that we get to see a Ling being played because the hero is just banned so often, but we're instantly getting a glimpse of why it is such a priority ban for so many teams here in the MSC. So much mobility, and the damage coming out from this hero, even in the early game, is quite notable. When you combo that with the fact that Boxy playing on that Angela is going to be able to supercharge this hero later on in the game, RSGSG do have to be quite careful.
The traditional, conventional Ling and Angela combo. So RSG definitely don't want to wait this out till, the later parts of the game, because that's where See You Soon shines. Right now, though, they're trying to contest for the turtle, actually getting a kill. It's 505 once again that falls before they can do anything. Megumi pops the ultimate here, but Bray secures the objective, and See You Soon, they recognize they have lost this fight and call for a retreat.
I think that's pretty smart from See You Soon, choosing to back off after that and deciding not to pursue the issue a little bit too far. I think 505 losing his life there in exchange for the turtle is definitely worth it at this point, but we're definitely seeing that the Natalia pickup is not being very effective in this series.
On top though, Felix getting stunned out and just blocked completely by Diablo here with the Guardian's Barrier. Angela that comes in with the hard guard though and saves Felix. 505 from the gang, not gonna be enough. He still goes down, and now Boxy's the one in trouble all alone. Manages to get away for now. Looks like RSG is happy with this one kill.
Oh, really well played by RSGSG. They had to invest a lot more resources into that than they would have preferred, but that is the power of the hard guard. Boxy being able to provide backup from anywhere. But as we mentioned, that Baby Cakes now being targeted. Tempest of Blades secures the kill for Sensei.
Yep, like you said, the power of Ling. You can be anywhere at any time, whenever you want, and it makes it very easy for Sensei to gank onto Baby Cakes. That's going to be dangerous, but RSG, they want to fight back as well. Catches Ra in the middle here, and he pops the Black Dragon form to make an escape, but now Sensei's the one in trouble. Gets onto the walls to be able to get away. They are so slippery. It's so hard for RSG to catch on to them.
Yeah, I think that's once again a smart choice from See You Soon. We're seeing a very different playstyle from them in this game, electing not to go too aggressive and instead responding to RSGSG's aggression by just backing off. Even the Black Dragon form being used to hide underneath their side of the map because they know they are being dived.
It's a very different See You Soon. They are trying to be aggressive, yes, but also disciplined to recognize when they don't want to engage. Right now, up top, next turtle is spawning, so the team's probably going to look at that as their next objective.
Yep, this is going to be an important objective for both sides because as we know, RSGSG, their team is going to hit their power spike towards the mid game, so they need to hit that as soon as possible. And as for See You Soon, if they're able to play into the late game with an advantage, when they get by stealing the turtle away, they're gonna be in a pretty comfortable spot.
That hurts. That really hurts. And now they want to press this advantage. Now getting onto 505 for the third time in this game. He goes down. They are continuing. See you soon. They are really different. Now they have shored up a lead of about 1k, 1.5k ahead of them.
And that is excellent for See You Soon, because when you consider that they have a Ling and a Sicilian, having a gold lead at this stage of the game is not just good, it is excellent. This is exactly how they want this game to go. And RGSG definitely feeling a bit of the effects of their draft right now. This Natalia pickup, normally you want to be the one having control of the map with your mobility, but right now he's just being completely outscaled in that factor by Sensei.
And I think when you talk about mobility, it's also difficult to fight against a Ling, and Angela and a Yuzhong as well. So it's extremely difficult for See You Soon to match that RSG, though. They have something to say about it. Again, trying to make a gank, but so far not being able to pull that off.
So far though, Sensei gonna find 505. Luckily for the Natalia, able to escape this time. Sensei does not have his purple buff, so will not decide to go too far into that. We'll be able to pick it up very soon though, so I think we can expect them to continue their aggression.
This is not a good spot for RSG to be in, right? I mean, yeah, you can see the players gold lead now. They are not quite on the top, just Baby Cakes there alone, but right now on the bottom side, as we speak about Baby Cakes, he's the one in trouble, gonna be taken down here by Ra. 1 versus 2, and Bray now in some trouble, tries to get away, will be able to do so because the hard guy is coming in boxy for reinforcements. Tempest of Blades put down by Sensei here. They're trying to close the kill and will manage to do so. Bray finally falls.
And at the same time, 505 trying to gank Ember, not successful, which is not what you'd expect. You'd think that the Sicilian should be an easy target, and that's going to be a complete victory for See You Soon. A very nice dive onto the enemy jungle right when the turtle comes up. Luckily for RSG though, no purple buff available, so Sensei can't use this window to contest it.
They are looking to contest the turtle instead though, so Diablo now is starting to leash it. See You Soon definitely wants this. Sensei does have Reshri up, and as we know, he could definitely pull off that steal once again.
Right now, Break gonna be on top of it. Most of RSG in position as Diablo gets the wall charge. Hard guard not gonna be enough to protect the turtle. Going over to RSG, SG 505 getting a kill onto Sensei. Finally, a bit of revenge.
Bit of revenge. Constellation Prize. RSG though, they definitely need to pull ahead in this lead. Like you said, their power spike is in the mid game. If they get this to the late game, it's going to spell trouble for them because they, on the side of See You Soon, they have the Sicilian, they have the Ling, as well as the Brody.
I think something that is kind of interesting from the lineup of See You Soon here is that yes, they have swapped the Yuzong and the Brody into the opposite lanes, but they've also swapped the players playing on them. Ra is actually on the Yuzong, with Felix playing on the Brody instead of their usual spots, so they've actually maintained the players in their lanes while swapping up their heroes entirely.
That's actually really interesting. I mean, that shows that the players themselves have quite a big hero pool. Usually, you will want to do the opposite, right? You swap, maybe the lanes, but not the heroes itself. It's really, I guess, like micro plays showing on the side of See You Soon.
I think if I am not wrong, See You Soon does have a lot of players that have swapped around roles. Like maybe they used to play mid, but now they play tank and so on. So I do think that these players have a lot of knowledge into how different laners want to play here. Brain nearly getting caught, but he is in shield unity, so he's fine.
On the bottom side though, Sensei being knocked up here. The rest of RSG, they're looking for a gang, looking for some answers here. The hard guard onto Sensei. Will he be able to survive? Felix goes down in the meantime. Is Sensei trying to just survive this? He manages to get 505, and now See You Soon on the hunt, trying to get Brave, but Miku pumps the real world manipulation to fend them off, and it's going to be Ra now in trouble. Bray left with a little bit of help, but Ember secures the kill with the last of the Bat's Feast.
I think that was a little bit too deep of a dive from Ra here, but it did enable Sensei to get another tower, and I think it's quite wise of him not to try and go for the kill onto Miku here. He needs to preserve his KDA, but oh, Boxy getting a kill onto Diablo in the mid lane. RCSG might be biting off a bit more than they can chew here.
They do need to have that aggression though. Are they? Do you think at this point they are trying to push as much as they can, albeit maybe getting a little bit desperate, especially now that See You Soon is starting the Lord?
I do kind of think RSG is playing a little more sloppy, but it looks like Lord gonna be secured by Sensei now. It looks like Ray in a lot of trouble, getting ganked down quite a bit. Real World Manipulation doing a lot of damage, but no kills going over. Sensei dropping real low, but is able to pick up Ray. Hard guard keeps him alive as Felix is picked off in the back line by 505. Ra now going to be the last one left in the zone of RSG SG, but has enough HP to escape.
This is why the Ling Angela combo is so strong, right? Almost did, but somehow keeping that alive, and along with that, See You Soon also gets this first Lord of the game. It's really not looking great for RSG, and See You Soon will continue to push this.
Yep, right now they have a 3k gold lead, and usually at this point of the game, 3k is pretty not ideal, but definitely something that you can overcome. But when you consider the fact that See You Soon are playing a much more late game oriented team composition, you realize that this 3k is actually a lot worse than it looks. And as you mentioned, there is a little bit of desperation coming out of RSGSG.
Yeah, they're getting the Lord here, getting the first turret on the bottom side. Sensei trying to look for an opening to get the buff. Doesn't look like he managed to get it.
Yeah, doesn't look like that was successful, but it doesn't matter too much to See You Soon right now. They know they are in control of this game. They have a lot of farm. Their heroes are strong individually and can take team fights very well. And you have to consider, this whole time, Ember really hasn't been participating in a lot of these fights. This is Celion is going to be the win condition for See You Soon. And I am honestly quite terrified of how much damage he should be able to do now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a glimpse of that earlier on when he popped the Bat's Feast and helped to close out the kill at the previous team fight. So that's only going to get worse for RSG.
You can see in terms of damage dealt right now, the highest damage is actually going to be Miku on the side of RSG SG, but after that it is 4 members of See You Soon. The Eve is doing a good job of controlling the map and dishing out a lot of damage. But RSG just don't really have the follow-up now to be able to dive the backline, because their own backline is being threatened by this Angela Ling combination.
Yeah, and the thing is, I guess RSG probably wanted to use their draft to be a little bit more aggressive, perhaps to go into the backline as well. But so far, a lot of the ultimates, especially Miku Mi's, have been used in defense instead of on the offense. And that's a huge opportunity cost. RSG can't seem to find a place that they need.
I think unfortunately Miku is in a bit of a rough spot, because even if he wants to use the ultimate aggressive... Oh, hold on a second though, it looks like they do find one! Voxy not realizing exactly what was waiting in that bush.
Yeah, a bit of a, well, no vision there, I guess, for him. RSG, though, a slight consolation prize, but they are still sitting on the back foot. See You Soon just biding their time now because the Lord is up as of this second.
And you can bet that both these teams want to sink their fangs into it. Right now, there's going to be a pretty notable skirmish here in the mid lane. Baby Cakes, we can already see the amount of damage that Ember is able to output. RSGSG need to respect this a lot. But since they were able to catch out Boxy earlier, they're able to extend their map influence a little bit further. They don't want to end up being stuck in their base.
Just a little bit though, because you can see that once Boxy pops the Heart Guard, he can be anywhere, and now combined with the Tempest of Blaze, the 505 in some trouble. One more hit will do the trick. Boxy secures the kill, and now next is Diablo, also put in a body bag. See You Soon. This is the opening that they need, and they get this Lord completely for free.
I think See You Soon were already in a pretty comfortable position to take the Lord, but taking out 2 members of RSG is always going to be good. We can already see Divine Glaive purchased on Emperor, even Radiant Armor going on to Ra as well. He's not going to be afraid of the real world manipulation anymore. And now, with a 7k gold lead for See You Soon, we could be seeing this game go in a very different direction from game number 1.
Definitely. I mean, from the beginning, See You Soon has been, using their draft exactly as they wanted. Now, looking at the items here, it looks like, Sicilian, like we feared, is getting his items as he needs. That's super scary.
Yep, he already has 4 items completed, going for a defensive last item as well, just to maintain himself a little bit more survivability in these late game team fights. And that's very important, because as long as Ember can keep himself alive in the backline of the fight, there really isn't a lot of ways that RSG can jump on top of him. That's supposed to be the job of 505, but we've already been seeing how easy it is for this Natalia to get picked off.
Yeah, 1 and 3 not having a great day so far. I think the only consolation is that Felix isn't as farmed out yet. He's also 1 to 3 on the top side though. See you soon. They're trying to siege the bases of RSG. Sensei looking for a kill, but gets too much damage. The hard guard isn't enough to save him, and it's gonna be Bray that gets the kill, punishes him for it.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of an overextension from Sensei. A bit overconfident considering how well this game is going for them. The hard guard from Boxy just a little bit too slow to save the Ling. And even though RCSG only caught out 1 person, it's perhaps the most important catch they could make. They have immediately narrowed the net worth gap down to only 5k now.
This is what I love about RSG, right? Ever since they've kind of, turned into an evolved team, they know exactly, they don't only have the micro, they have the macro as well. And the moment something like this happens, they turn around and capitalize on it. Right now, they're gonna get the tier 2 turret off the top side as well.
If CU want to be able to close out this game in their favor, there needs to be a lot more discipline from this team and much better decision making, because yes, they are ahead. That allows them to play a little more aggressive, perhaps have a little bit of fun with it, but you can't afford to let your primary DPS die by himself, diving the enemy base. RCSG get a free tower out of that, and now, even though they are still behind in net worth, most of the cores on both teams are going to be completing their item builds pretty soon.
I think maybe the only consolation for RSG is do they have a chance, to get back, perhaps split push or use a different strategy that they can to get back into this game, because see you soon, their draft for the late game is extremely scary.
I think what we have to note is that yes, See You Soon's late game draft is very scary, but their heroes are also all fairly squishy with the exception of Ra, which means that they need to take fights together. In comparison, Bray and Diablo can actually play quite safely on their own. 505 as well, now that he actually has some items under his belt. So a split pushing style of play from RSG may not actually be a bad idea if they're able to time it around the cooldowns of See You Soon.
RSG though, with that small gap, they're actually going to start up the Lord here on the bottom side, and See You Soon playing on the back foot to see if they can steal. But this is probably, I guess, a bait just for See You Soon to react, and we'll see if they actually take it.
This is what we kind of call the dance around the Lord pit, but the Black Dragonborn has popped out hard guard on top of Sensei. They want to go for the Lord instead. We can see that the Yuzong just buying time for the rest of his team, but it's not going to be enough. Bray on top of it, but the one who secures it is going to be Baby Cakes. They pick off Bray, but the Lord is already down, but a very nice Dragon Tail catches multiple. He loses his life, but sets up for the rest of the team. Double kill going over the Felix Boyloy, and they're looking for more. Boxy sees that Baby Cakes is low, wants to set up for Ember. Puppet on the string doesn't land as the flicker allows him to escape.
Great play by RSG. I mean, yes, they lost a lot of life, but they did get the Lord, so I think that's kind of a consolation for them. See You Soon can't just end the game as quickly as they want.
Yep, but do they care about the Lord right now? They're using the Heart Guard to dive into the tower. They take the mid inhibitor. Heart Guard is enough to pick off Baby Cakes, and the rest of RSG are not coming up in time. Ember loses his life, but RSG loses the crystal.
Wow, See You Soon just